Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm back with a new beauty replay video. If you are new here, Beauty Replay is a series I do on my channel every month at the beginning of the month, recapping all the new or new to me beauty products that I tried over the last month and give you my updated thoughts. And in addition, this truly will be a replay type of video because I will also be replaying some footage here on the screen. So while I'm talking about the products, you can also see them in action. Now, a lot of these videos I'm going to be showing you are videos that can be found here on my channel with the full first impressions or tutorial or whatever the case may be, or shorter videos from my Instagram account that I share on my IGTV where I'm using these products and showing them in action. I will link all those videos in the eye, and if need be, I'll link anything extra in the description box. I definitely encourage you guys to check out the full videos if you have the time and would like to show some love and support to my channel if you haven't seen them already. Those views and things like that are extremely helpful to me, but if you don't have the time to watch all the extra videos, this is the perfect video to watch so you're seeing everything all in one place. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Now before we get started, if you are curious about what is on my face today, I will have everything listed and linked in the description box. The face products are November makeup basket products, but what is on my eyes is a new palette that I will be trying and testing out for the next month, this month, December, that you guys are seeing this. And this is my first time actually using the palette, but I did film this tutorial for IGTV. But I'll just let you know, I use the Dido or Ditto, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the brand name, but it's Ditto or Dido Cosmetics, and this is their Shiny Sun Shade palette. It's a really cute little palette. They sent me I think four palettes, and they all are kind of like solar system themed, but this is the palette. It's really, really cute. I'll have to play with these some more and update, of course, in next month's beauty replay video, but I just thought I'd let you know and give you guys a heads up that there will be a tutorial for this on my IGTV at some point. Alright, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the products I tested out last month. So real quick, I'm pretty sure that every single one of these products that I'm going to be talking about I did receive for free in PR. Just so you guys know, if you are new here, whether I receive something for free or not does not sway my opinions whatsoever. I'm always very, very honest about my thoughts and opinions and what I recommend and things like that. So anyways, I just want to put that disclaimer out there ahead of time in case I forget to say. But the first items I want to talk about are these two sheet masks that I received from Double Dare Spa. They sent me like I think 3 or 4 sets of them, and so this is the second time I've actually used them. So obviously I feel like this isn't like a full complete review, but I mean there's only, how much really can you say about sheet masks? But anyways, I did use this second set today, so it's a little bit more fresh in my mind, and I will say that I really enjoy these quite a bit. I took a few notes this earlier today when I was using them so that I can remember my thoughts on them. First off, I want to talk about the bubble mask. For one, I love the way this smells, and I wish I could really pinpoint how it smells. It's very like a sweet kind of floral scent, but not something I could pinpoint on it. It's almost like a fruity floral, kind of rosy, kind of pomegranate like, but sweet, but not quite. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it smells so delicious. And I'm not a super big fan of like overly rosy scents, so it's not like it's overpoweringly rosy, but it's a little bit fruity, a little bit floral, and it smells very delicious. But anyways, I love the smell of the bubble mask. This bubbles up quite a bit. It's pretty funny actually, and it feels really nice. It's supposed to be kind of an exfoliating mask. It says it's for deep cleansing and exfoliating, and I do feel like because of the bubbles, like the little bubbly feeling, it does feel like it gives a nice little exfoliation feel to your skin, as well as the bubbles that it creates as it bubbles up. When you take off the mask, you'll see I do this in the demo where I kind of grab a lot of the excess bubbles from the mask and use that to kind of wash my face, and those bubbles and the product in this mask do create a nice lather on the skin, so you can really cleanse your skin. So I really enjoyed using these masks so far, the 2 times I did, I felt like it really did give a very nice, good cleanse. I love cleansers that really lather and just like are thick and feel rich on the skin. So I really appreciate that about that mask. I wanted to say that both masks are very, very nicely shaped as well as sized. These are one of the only sheet masks that I've ever tried that fit almost perfectly to my face without having excess parts that like clump over. You know, have to, when some sheet masks are too big and they kind of fold over or clump over and they just don't fit right and they're kind of sliding all around. These ones pretty much fit the face perfectly, and I really appreciate that about these masks. As well, they both stay very well once placed on the face. Some masks that have a little bit too much product or whatnot can kind of slide down the face or move around and just are kind of uncomfortable and just don't fit right. So I really appreciate that these masks, both of them, form and fit to the face very, very nicely and are very comfortable to wear actually. Now the red mask, I don't feel like I have a lot to say about it concerning like results or anything like that. This is the red Snail mask. It's for deep hydration and firming. It's supposed to include like 8 like special red ingredients plus snail extract for, you know, anti-aging, firming benefits and things like that. And so I really like the way it feels. I definitely feel like when I use it, my skin feels like, after I did these 2 this morning, my skin felt so smooth, and so it really actually did feel firming, but I can't speak to like the long-term benefits of that, but my skin just felt really, really amazing after using this. I wrote down that it's very slippery at first, like because of the snail like slime type kind of stuff consistency of that mask. It's kind of slippery, but it does adhere to the face very nicely. The snail slime on it makes it very tacky and also kind of fun to play with because it's very like, I think I did it in my video and you guys can see like you could kind of like play with the slime of it or whatever. It's very, very interesting. This one has a little bit more of a musky scent that's a little bit more masculine in my opinion, but it's not like as sweet and yummy scent smelling as the bubble mask. But I did really enjoy these 2 masks, and I think I have 1 or 2 more sets that I'm very happy and looking forward to using again. I really have enjoyed those masks. All right, next up I have some more skincare products. It's kind of a whole skincare system that I was sent from a brand called PCA Skin, and they actually had sent this to me quite a bit before November, but I was using some other products, so I wanted to wait, and pretty much the start of November I've been using these products the whole entire month. And even though I've been using these for the whole entire month, every single night, I still have quite a bit of product left. So while these products are actually a bit more on the expensive side, they're gonna last quite a while. So really, like, I feel like I've barely put a dent in these. I feel like they will last me. I mean, if this is a month's use of the cleanser, like, I feel like this is gonna last me almost forever. So it's kind of crazy. But anyways, I took some notes on these products. The first thing I want to talk about are the wipes. Now, I am someone who does not like or recommend spending a lot of money on disposable makeup wipes. I'm someone who actually prefers to use, and I use quite often, my makeup eraser or, you know, makeup removing cloths, just because they are reusable and it's you know, less cost of money to have to be repurchasing a product every month and throwing it away and things like that. I just feel like it's so much better in general on, you know, my wallet as well as the environment and things like that. So when I do buy wipes, I tend to buy ones that are a little bit more affordable, and I don't buy them very often. So I have a hard time recommending spending a lot of money on makeup wipes, but I will say that I really, really, really love these wipes. Now, these are $20 wipes, and you only get 25 wipes in there, but oh my goodness, these are literally the very, very best wipes I've ever tried in my whole entire life. And who would have thought like there would be something so great about wipes and something that differs about wipes. I mean, they're just wet wipes you use to remove your makeup, but these are so good. So these say they're makeup removing wipes for gentle daily cleansing, and I feel like that gentle claim is so accurate. And so I want to read my notes because I feel like obviously reading it I'll explain it a lot better. So the wipes are so gentle yet insanely effective. One evening I was playing in makeup and trying different eye looks. I did about 3 or 4 different eye looks and used those wipes to quickly wipe away my makeup. They did it so quick and easy without even having to rub or tug on my eyes. Usually if I do that many looks and use other wipes, my eyes are raw and dry. Not with these wipes. They impressed me a lot. So oftentimes when I have kind of a free evening, which is kind of rare, I will sit and just play in makeup. Because I always have new products, especially new palettes to test out, there will be some evenings where I just sit and create different looks. I don't do the full complete look, but just do an eye look on this eye and then another eye look on this eye, and then I'll wipe it away and do another look and another look. You know what I mean? And there are times where I've used my makeup eraser, like I said, or I'll use other makeup wipes. And on those days, like if I'm doing that, I can only do so many looks on my eye before I'm like, okay, I can't do my makeup again. And so I was really surprised the day I did a couple looks and then was using these wipes to remove it, and my eyes were still like fine. They were going strong. They didn't feel raw or irritated or sensitive or anything, because these wipes just truly, like, I barely need to wipe. I didn't need to rub. I didn't need to tug. Like, I just used the wipe and just wiped the makeup away so quick and easy, so effectively, and yet it was so gentle on my eyes. So that really like made me fall in love with these. And now, like I said, I've had these for the entire month, longer than that actually, and there's only 25 in here, and I still have quite a bit left in here because I don't use wipes that often. Yes, I'll purchase wipes every so often, but I try not to use them very, very often. I use them when I really, really need to, or if I'm being, you know, really too lazy to go to a sink or whatever, but for the most part, I try not to use disposable wipes. So anyways, these are gonna last me. I'm gonna stretch them out because $20 for 25 wipes is like quite out of my budget, but if it's within your budget and you have sensitive eyes, sensitive skin, and you like to use wipes, oh, this is definitely an investment that I think would be worth it, because I think these are so amazing. I wish they weren't as expensive as they are, but oh my gosh, literally the best makeup wipe I've ever tried. All right, let's talk about the cleansing oil. So this is the Daily Cleansing Oil. This does have a pump down, and it has this little nozzle here where you can turn it to lock it and things like that so it won't spill. This one is $38, and I will just say right away, I'm gonna read my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything, but I will just let you guys know, I think this also has become my new favorite makeup removing product. Now, I've always talked about in the past that one of my very, very, very favorite makeup remover products is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Makeup, because it's effective, yet it rinses away clean. Rinsing away clean is the main factor, the main thing that I really love and appreciate about makeup removing products. I don't like makeup removers that leave that kind of greasy feeling on your hands or your skin, and this is something that rinses away clean. So I love it, and I love how much you get in here. I love the pump, and literally when it says apply 2 to 3 pumps, that is all you need. I actually don't even need 3 pumps. 2 pumps will do, and it just dissolves all the makeup and it rinses away clean. So I love this stuff so much. It makes me so, so happy. So let me just read my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. I said cleansing oil is like magic. It's an oil but rinses away clean with just water and doesn't leave your skin with any oily residue at all. It's amazing, and it removes makeup so quick and easy. So yeah, basically everything I already just said. Such a great product. I'm so happy to have it. I never used to be really excited or big into makeup removing products because, again, like I said, I like to use my makeup eraser. You just get it wet with water, you take off your makeup, it's very easy, then you move on to your cleanser. But I have come to appreciate makeup removing products because they just help you get the makeup dissolved a little bit faster and things like that. So I like to use them actually in conjunction with my makeup eraser before I go into my cleanser. So anyways, I really, really like that a lot. All right, next up is the face wash. Now this face wash is $33 and you're getting 7 ounces. So it's not a completely unreasonable price. This one, I didn't have any notes on it. Cleansers, I always have a really hard time, more than anything, any other skincare product reviewing, because it's like, it's one of those things that's like on your skin for just a little bit of time, and it's not like, I don't know, it's really like, you know, that important of a step to have some amazing benefits to it, you know what I mean? Because it's on your skin for a little bit and then you wash it away. Essentially the biggest things I look for is it cleansing my skin? Is it doing a job really removing the rest of the residue that may not have got taken off with the makeup removing products? I like a cleanser that lathers really well, and just like when I wash it off, like it just feels like my skin's clean. So I'm not super picky about cleansers, and so I have a hard time like you know, I tend to like most of them just fine, you know what I mean? But anyways, this one says it's a gentle cleanser to remove makeup, oil, dirt, and environmental impurities. It's supposed to hydrate, exfoliate the skin. It does have lactic acid in it, aloe vera leaf juice, allantoin, willow bark extract, and things like that. And I liked it. I had no issues with it. I enjoyed using it along with my Zoe Bliss little cleansing device. Okay, my battery just died, and so I had to switch it over. So I kind of lost my place. But anyways, what I think I was saying was like, I like this okay, or just fine. Like, I don't want to say, I hate when I say like I like it okay, and it makes it seem like it's such a bad thing. Like I didn't have any negative experience with this. I enjoyed it. It did a great job removing my makeup and make my skin feel clean. It gives a nice lather. I appreciate that. It doesn't have too strong of a smell. It didn't cause any issues or sensitivities to my skin. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, but nothing like super stand out to me. But that's just because, like I said, I just have a hard time really finding things stand out about cleansers. I don't know, I have a hard time reviewing them. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on. All right, next up we're coming up on I think the most expensive product that they sent me, and this is the Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Serum. This is $115. That's a lot of money, oh my Lanta. But you guys know, if you are familiar with me, that hyaluronic acid is one of my favorite skincare ingredients. I know that some people, hyaluronic acid is a little bit finicky and doesn't work the same for everybody. It has to be done or formulated just the right way for it to work right. But for me, hyaluronic acid products always seem to work really, really beautifully for my skin, and I have dry skin. But I was really impressed with this because I looked at the ingredients and I noticed that the 5th ingredient in this is niacinamide, and I feel like that's pretty impressive for such a good ingredient to be so high up on the list. So anyways, if you're curious, it's water, propanediol, I don't know how to pronounce these, you guys, glycerin, dimethicone, then niacinamide. There's also coconut alkalines, it says, phenoxyethanol, jojoba esters, and so there's a couple different forms of hyaluronic acid in here that I can tell. So it's interesting that those are in the middle, and then specifically hyaluronic acid is the second to last ingredient, and then the very last ingredient is ceramide EOP. But anyway, so I know those are a lot of good ingredients, but when they're that low on the list, it's kind of like, you know, there's not a lot in there. But for the 5th ingredient to be niacinamide, I feel like that is a really good thing, because I know that niacinamide is a really great skincare ingredient. And so according to the website, it says that this has hyaluronic acid and sodium hyaluronate to attract and hold 1,000 times their weight in water on the surface of the skin for instant smoothing and hydration. And then the hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid penetrates deeper into the skin, attracting and holding moisture that's already in the skin, and plumps fine lines from below the skin surface. So okay, that's why there's the different types of hyaluronic acid. And then HA Pro Complex is their proprietary blend that stimulates the production of skin's own hyaluronic acid and delivers 24-hour hydration, and it's supposed to lead to long-term hydration and anti-aging. So then also it says the ceramides are supposed to support the renewal of skin's natural protective layer and form an effective barrier against moisture loss, which the ceramides was like the last thing on the list, unless it's like there's a form of ceramide somewhere else in here that I'm missing higher up. Oh, actually there is higher up. There's ceramide NP, ceramide AP. Okay, I guess I'm not super great at reading all the ingredients, but anyways, so there is ceramides a little bit higher up, but not as high as the niacinamide. And then lastly here it says the niacinamide is a potent yet calming antioxidant that reduces moisture loss in the skin and improves barrier function. It also reduces redness and promotes even skin tone. So anyways, I just want to give you guys all the facts about this. I was pretty impressed with the ingredients, even though I don't know a ton about ingredients, and I guess that makes sense of why this one's quite a bit more expensive, but that is kind of a bummer that it's that expensive. But it is a very nice, rich serum-like texture. I don't know how to explain it because it's not quite serum as in like the droppy liquidy serums. It's like a serum, almost like a gel moisturizer. So it has that very lightweight consistency, but yet still feels very, very rich. And when you put it onto the skin, like it absorbs very, very nicely into the skin. You definitely feel that it's there. It's not like some gel moisturizers where you put it on your skin and then it just like evaporates like air and you don't feel it. It penetrates into the skin very, very quickly, but yet you feel your skin feels really good. You know what I mean? So I have really been enjoying it. That price tag is not a nice price tag, but I can see why with the ingredients why it would be so high. Okay, next up, I kind of went a little bit out of order, but anyways, the next one here is the Hydrating Toner. I feel like I'm fairly new to using toners and really understanding the actual purpose of toners, but I do like using this. I really appreciate the function, like the design of this. So it opens up like this and it has this little topper thing here, so you don't have to squeeze it out. You can just hold your cotton round up top here, press it down, and then the toner comes up through this little tube and it fills up this little guy right here and just absorbs right into your cotton round. So it's very, very convenient. I really, really like that. As you can see, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. This is just a month's worth of use and I still have so much. This is a $40 toner. This is their hydrating toner. And this says it's supposed to remove dirt, oil, and debris, prevent free radical damage while giving the skin an extra boost of hydration. Hydrating toner helps us keep the skin refreshed and balanced. It can also be used as a spray throughout the day to set your makeup and replenish hydration, which they did actually send me a little bottle of it in a spray, which I have yet to actually try as a makeup setting spray. I think that's a really good idea. I need to get it out of the box and put it out and maybe test that out next month or this coming month, December. But anyway, so I do feel that like this did a really good job. So what I would do was use the cleansing oil to remove the makeup. Then I would use the face wash, obviously, to wash my face and things like that. And then after I was done with that, that's when I would go in with the toner. And I feel like this did a really good job of picking up any final residue or anything that I may have left behind after using the cleansing oil as well as the face wash. If there's anything I happen to miss, probably from human error, just not getting a certain spot, this did a really good job of picking it up. And so when I use it with like a cotton round, you know, because you can kind of get every little nook and cranny of your skin with it, so it does a really good job of just picking up any extra residue that might have been there. So I really appreciate that. But anyways, that's kind of like the extent I have for the toner. I mean, I'm not used to other toners, so I have really nothing to compare it to, but I've enjoyed using it in this system. So there's that. Right, next up in the system is the Ideal Complex Revitalizing Eye Gel. I am someone who absolutely loves eye creams. I fully believe in eye creams and using them, and I personally feel like they're worth the investment. I know you might hear from some people that they're not, that they're kind of like a gimmick, but I don't think so, because I notice a difference when I use eye creams. Not all of them, but I know which ones work for me, and I can tell a difference because they do firm up my eyes and make a difference, where sometimes my eyelids can be very droopy and hooded looking, but when I'm using the proper or a good eye cream that actually works for me, it firms that up and they're less droopy. So anyways, this is an eye cream that I've used that has helped to firm up my eyelids, and I really have been enjoying using it. This though is $88. Oh, I don't like that price either. That's so expensive, because there are other eye creams that I love and use that are quite a bit cheaper than that, but I really do enjoy this. Now, this says it's supposed to treat dark circles, puffiness, wrinkles, and sagging eyelids, which the dark circles thing, it's really hard. I have dark circles. I've never found anything that actually truly helps with dark circles, but as far as the puffiness and sagging eyelids, yes to both of those for sure. I don't feel like I have super wrinkly eyelids, so I can't really attest to that, but I do notice that my eyelids are a lot more firm when I'm using this gel. So back to my notes, I wrote the eye gel is very interesting. It's like a gel, but not really a watery gel that dissipates as soon as it hits the skin. Very similar to the serum, the hyaluronic acid serum. But anyways, It's a rich, thick gel that glides around and feels so nice in the skin and absorbs very nicely. So it is a very, very nice feeling gel. It has a nice little slip to it. A little bit goes a long way, so I just dab out like a little dot of it either onto my eye or onto my finger, and that'll glide all the way around like my whole eyelid, under my eyelid, and then the other eye as well. So it's got a very nice slip to it, but still a good richness to it that really covers. And just, I really enjoyed this eye cream. I love it. I wish it weren't so expensive, but I definitely feel like it is working for me as far as keeping my eyelids looking firm and more youthful. All right, lastly, I got the Hyaluronic Acid Lip Booster. This one's quite a bit of an expensive product as well, because look how small it is. Okay, this is 0.24 ounces and it is $45. It says this daily use product with advanced peptides and hydrators instantly plumps, softens, and moisturizes the lips while reducing the appearance of lines. Now, I'm someone who definitely appreciates skincare for your lips. That's something that I feel like a lot of skincare brands like leave out. Lip care. I love lip care as well. It's like I said, eye care. Lip care is another thing that I absolutely love when skincare brands include lip care products. Now, let me read my notes because I did have something to say about this. I said the lip booster is also very rich, thick but not too thick, almost like a gloss and a balm in one, which I really like that. It's not sticky, but it stays on the lips all night long, and you still have a little bit when you wake up. My lips feel soft and hydrated. So because I do constantly have dry, chapped lips, I like to use lip care products at night, especially ones like this that are quite rich, that will stay on throughout the whole night and not just wear away within an hour or whatever. So I like to put it on and coat my lips, and it keeps them nice and hydrated and protected. And in the morning, most of this is worn off, but there's still a little bit left over, but my lips are very like just plump, juicy, and just soft, and I love that. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, it has a little bit of a minty scent to it, I just noticed too. Usually this is like the last step in my skincare before I go to bed, so my thoughts aren't quite always there, so I didn't really notice that. It just really has a great texture, like it's just a good consistency, thick but not too thick. Alright, next up on my list I have the Juno & Co. Bombshell palette. This is their bronzer, blush, and highlight face palette. I did receive this in PR. I recently became a Juno & Co. affiliate, so I do have a discount code that will save you 10%. I believe the code is AGAPELOVEGIRL. If you were someone who's not comfortable or doesn't like using affiliate codes but still wants a discount, if you use my affiliate code alone, just the code, I earn nothing from that. The only way I earn a commission with someone using my code is using my code in conjunction with clicking my specific affiliate link, which I will have in the description box below. But anyways, so if you would just like a discount and don't want it to help anybody, you could use my discount code. Doesn't do anything for me. But if you would like to, if you're interested in this product or any products from Juno & Co, like to help me out and use my affiliate link as well as code, you can save 10% as well as help me earn a little commission if you buy anything. I did get the Bombshell palette. They released 2 new face palettes. The cherry palette, I can't remember what it's called, but the cherry one is for like light and fair skin, and then Bombshell is for medium to deep skin tones. I feel like this was a really great shade for me. I don't know how well this would actually work for somebody of quite a bit deeper skin tone than I, because I feel like this contour shade is pretty much perfect for me in a sense of it looks very, very natural on me, but it's a lot more cooler tone than I personally prefer, and it's quite a bit lighter than I would expect for a medium to deeper like skin tone palette. But interestingly enough, the 2 like blushy shades are very, very dark. So when I've used these, this one mostly is the one I use, I have to be very light-handed, and if I happen to put too much, I definitely have to tone it down because it's a very dark, very rich blush. It's beautiful, but yeah, it's very, very rich. So it's just interesting that this contour shade is so light in contrast with like these darker shades here. But anyways, I have really enjoyed using this. I think the highlight is absolutely beautiful. You guys have or should have seen me use this quite a few times here on my channel as well as on my Instagram account, but you'll also be seeing it here of it in action. But anyways, I have actually really enjoyed this palette quite a bit. It gives a very natural finish for the contour. The blush is very extreme, very pigmented, but very, very beautiful. This is really beautiful. I haven't used it like a ton as like a blush just because it's so shimmery, but it is beautiful. I have used it a little bit as a blush. I think it would be really beautiful as an eyeshadow. And then the highlight is so beautiful too. Let me put that here. Anyways, I really, really like it. These are very, very creamy, soft, very rich shades, but they're not like over the top to where, like, see, that's the contour shade, to where you're gonna like, it'll be too much. Like, they're very buildable in a very nice way. And then when I say buildable, I don't mean that they like lack pigmentation. I just mean that like you can go in and have it look a little bit natural, and then you can build it up for a little bit more of a chiseled look. So anyways, and I think the packaging is really pretty. It's very, very sturdy, very, very nice. I like this kind of rose gold packaging. Really pretty. Really have been enjoying this palette in my makeup basket this month. Alright, now the rest of this video, I should think we can kind of speed through a little bit, because I feel like my thoughts on most of these products have really remained the same as they were in my first impressions video. So if you really want to hear more of my thoughts and really see them in action, I definitely encourage you guys to watch the full first impressions and demos videos. I'll link them in the eye. But I have the PUR Cosmetics Crystal Clear collection, as well as the new Pixi Pretties holiday collection. And I did 2 separate videos on all the products that I'm going to mention, so definitely check those out if you have not yet. There are a couple things that I will update, but pretty much everything is the same. So let's go ahead and just get into the Crystal Clear collection real quick. So I have actually one of the eyelash sets is over on my dresser because I've been using it nonstop, but I'll show you guys this one. They have these little holiday sets that come with lashes. The one I have on my dresser has 2 pairs of lashes and a lash glue, and I think it's $16 or $18. Such an amazing deal. Love that. I've been wearing the Flirt lashes from that set every time I've done my makeup the last couple of weeks, and I just think it's such a good deal. I'm not going to go on and on. You guys already know that I think these sets are a super big win, whether you want to gift yourself something or gift somebody else. They're really great gift sets, and the price is so good. So totally recommend those. The oil was something that really surprised me. I mentioned in my first impressions video that I'm not super big on dry oils. I didn't really understand them. To me, they're just super like weird how they feel dry but greasy at the same time, and I don't like them. But this one actually really surprised me in the fact that it goes on and really does absorb into the skin without leaving your skin greasy. I tested it on my arm and it looked really beautiful and sparkly. You guys could not see it on camera, unfortunately, but in person it left my skin so sparkly and beautiful and just absorbs nicely into the skin. So I've really actually been enjoying the dry oil a lot more than I thought I would. This one I actually did not use a bunch more. I think I only used it once more, so I feel bad, but at the same time, like, I feel like my opinions are, I don't think they're gonna change is what I'm saying. So the Big Face palette, I think this is nice. I think the price is $24 if I remember. Yeah, $24, which is a bit much in my opinion for this. I don't think I would pay that just because it has the 3 different colors, but what I did was just use them together, and essentially they're fine working together. But if you were buying this thinking you were getting variety, not really. Also, I did notice that like the color kind of changed. Like, it was a little bit lighter, and then once I actually like used it, you can see it's a little bit darker. But anyways, I like this, but it's not my favorite thing. I think it's nice if you're someone who likes like the 2-in-1, something that's very sturdy that you can travel in. This is a very, very sturdy little palette. I think that's really great, but I don't know, there's just something about these contour that I just wasn't loving. It's very creamy and it's nice. They blended well, and the highlight's very, very blingy. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite thing in the collection. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like, this is just okay for me. There's nothing bad about it really, but it's not something I see myself really reaching for. There's something about these powders that I think is a little bit too creamy for my preference, but it's not bad. It's not like they don't blend right or anything like that. They blend nicely. It's just that it's just not my preference. That's all. Really quickly going to talk about the lipstick value sets. I think these are really cute. This is one I still haven't even opened this one yet. I'm contemplating maybe putting it in a giveaway, but anyways, the lip sets are $15, but you're getting a gloss and a lipstick. I think it's a really cute little value, would make a cute little stocking stuffer or a gift. I really enjoyed the ones that I tried. The lipstick, very, very creamy, really pretty gloss. So I'm not super huge into lipsticks. That's why it's like kind of one of those things that's to me, but I do think it's a really good value, really great deal. Let me talk about the brushes real quick. I actually really ended up enjoying these a lot more than I thought I would. I talked about in the first video, I think I did, that I'm not super big into synthetic brushes as much, and so I wasn't sure if I would like these very much, but I actually really did like them. So I wanted to show these real quick because someone had watched and commented on my video, first impressions video of this, and said that I showed the brushes too quickly and they didn't know which was which. So this does come with two face brushes. Here they are. One is for foundation, and that is this one, the one with a little bit shorter, more dense bristles, and then one for powder, which is this one with the longer, a little bit more, what's the word for this? It's not, what's opposite of dense? I don't want to say flimsy because it sounds bad, but maybe more flexy. See what I mean? It's not as dense bristles. That one's for powders, and so that's the difference. But this is a really cute little brush set. I found out when I did that video that you can use the little box as a little stand for them. I'm sure you can probably take this little foam thing out and just use the box so that you can put more brushes in here if you wanted or whatever, but I've kind of just kept them like this on my dresser when I do my makeup. But anyways, the only brush that I really didn't get a lot of use out of and would still say I don't love that much is the powder brush. It's just not my preference for a powder brush. I did try it for contour and I also tried it for blush and I just didn't love it. I did use it for powder as well and I just like, it's okay, it's just not my preference. But the foundation brush is beautiful. It blends on your foundation in a very natural way. You're still getting really good coverage, but it's very, very natural and it just does such a good job. I really enjoyed this. Another brush that I wasn't sure if I would enjoy that much, but have been using it quite a bit is the little concealer brush. Now, I did use it in that video for concealer and I thought I did a really amazing job. It actually was really convenient for getting like a really precise clean up concealer because I had a wing liner and so I kind of cleaned up along the wing liner. That was really nice, but I've been using this nonstop to apply my eyeshadow primer. It just does such a good job. It's just like the perfect shape, perfect size to really like blend in your eyeshadow primer. I guess if you're feeling bougie or fancy, because most people just do it with their finger, but it's really convenient to use it with this. I really enjoyed that. And I didn't use this in my video there, or even I didn't use this on camera at all at any point, but I have used this a couple times just in my everyday life doing my makeup, not while on camera, but the little smudgy brush. This is a really nice little smudgy brush. It works really beautifully. And then the blending brush, I guess this is another one that I didn't really super love. This is a very interesting shape for a blending brush, eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit too dense. And I like my blending brushes to be a little bit more fluffy and a little bit more flexy for what I'm doing. But this does do a good job for really, if you really want to kind of pack on some shadows, it does a good job for that. But as far as like really kind of blending, it's a little too dense for my preference. But overall, I thought this was a really nice little set and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Lastly, let's talk about the palette. So I did do a look with this palette in my first impressions video, as well as I did a second look using this pretty much for my full face. Now for my first impressions video, I used this palette just for the eyes alone, and because there were some other face products in here for me to use that I wanted to use my face. But the second video I did, I used everything in here for my face. So I did an eye look, as well as I used the bronzer, powder and blush and highlights in here. So if you haven't seen that video and you're not familiar with this palette, this is their all-in-one ultimate face palette, and it has eyeshadows, contours, shades, powders, blushes, and highlights. And so anyways, I wanted to use it again on camera for you guys to see it in action, using it all over my face. And I will say that I've really been enjoying using this. I love the way it smells. I keep saying this every time I talk about this palette, like they just smell so good. It smells like vanilla. But anyways, and I mentioned in my first impressions video that I felt like the shadows were not as pigmented as I prefer. They need a little bit of building up, and I wasn't sure if I really liked that or not. But I will say, after using this a bit more, that I found that they are pretty pigmented. They're a lot more pigmented than I was thinking in my mind. And even after watching the footage back when I edited edited that video, I was thinking, wow, those are actually pretty pigmented. I don't know what I was thinking when I was saying that I didn't think they were as pigmented. They actually are pretty pigmented. So anyways, and then the face powders, you can definitely build them up. I liked that the face powders like didn't go on crazy bam with pigmentation, because in the second video I used this kind of like purpley blush shade, and I was worried it might be too pigmented or be too much. I went in very, very light-handed and was able to kind of build it up very nicely. So I don't know, I've just really been enjoying this. I think it's really convenient and nice that on this side you have all matte shades. There's quite a bit of neutral shades that anybody can wear, but there's also some fun pops of color with the blue and with the purple, and then like, you know, your staple warm tones up here that a lot of people seem to really love. And then a lot of, you know, basics here. I love that. And this side is all matte. And then on the very other side, these are all shimmer shades, as well as there are 2 pressed glitters. And again, there's some staples in here, as well as a couple fun pops of color and things like that. And then the very center of the palette is all the face products, which I'm sure you could use on your eyes as well if you wanted to. But there's several highlighters, more blushes, and then like this little banana shade. I really, really enjoyed using that. You see it in action in my second video I did with this palette, and then contour shades and things like that. So while again, as I said in my first impressions video, this probably wouldn't be a palette that I would think to purchase myself. I'm not someone who actually is in palettes that are for like your whole face, eyes, and everything. I like my eyeshadow palettes and my face palettes to be separate. Well, and to be honest, I don't necessarily prefer face palettes. I just like singles for my face products. I tend to forget to use palettes that are all-in-one palettes, because it's like I tend to only reach for eyeshadow palettes or only face palettes, and so palettes that are all-in-one kind of tend to be forgotten by me personally. But does that mean this is not a good product? No, I think it's a really great product. It's just something that I wouldn't think to buy myself, but I really have been enjoying since using it the last month. And I think it's a really great quality, and I think that it would make a really great gift for someone who would enjoy a full face palette, who doesn't want a bunch of products, who likes to be able to have everything all in one. It's very convenient. This is magnetic, so you know, you could take it with you traveling or whatever the case may be, or just keep it very like if you don't have a lot of space, it's like all in this one little book. You know, you don't have to have a drawer full of a bunch of different products. They're all right here. So and I think if I'm remembering correctly, it's like $38, so it's not a completely unreasonable price for a palette that has so much to offer. And I think I saw someone say that they were on sale, like all the PUR Cosmetics holiday line was on sale at Ulta, so that might be something to look into if this was something you were interested in or thought about gifting it to somebody. I think this would be a really great gift for somebody, or for yourself if you are a beginner, or whatever the case may be. You're, you know, beginner in the sense of like you don't have a lot of makeup, you know, and you want to have the most bang for your buck. I think this is a really great palette that I have actually enjoyed a lot more than I thought I would originally. Alright, lastly, let's talk about the Pixi Pretties, the new products from Pixi Beauty. I'm going to try to hopefully speed through this, because again, I feel like my opinions on these have not changed whatsoever. So the first ones I want to talk about are the Lit Kits. These things are so adorable. I totally recommend these above everything else. I think it's a really great deal. Essentially, the price of this, it's like you're getting these two items for the price of one. So it's a really good deal. The Lit Kits come with a Matte Last liquid lipstick, as well as a liquid fairy light. Let me show them to you here. These are just the boxes, but I have the products here. So what you're going to get is a liquid fairy light, which if you don't know is their liquid glitter shadows, and then this beautiful one comes with this vibrant, beautiful lip. Oh, so beautiful. I did do swatches and things like that on the full video of these, but of course I'll include some clips here. Cute little set, and then the other set you're getting has a little bit more of a deeper, darker liquid fairy light with a matte or a nude matte liquid lipstick. So really cute little set. Really love these. Of Pixi's products, their Matte Last liquid lipstick and their liquid fairy lights are among my favorite products from Pixi that I would recommend. I really love these. So I love that you kind of get two of them for pretty much the price of one. I think it might be a little bit more expensive than the price of just one of these, but still, basically like the best deal. Totally recommend and love these. Okay, and then there were some glosses. Where's the third gloss? Where'd that go? I don't know. But anyways, some of the new little glosses, I really like these a lot. They felt really nice on the lips. The colors were not necessarily my jam, because I'm not super big into cool toned colors for lip products, but I really enjoyed these as glosses, and it's made me curious to kind of check into the other lip icings that they carry that are in different shades. So really liked these, but you can definitely see all of them and hear more of my thoughts in the first impressions video. Then I tested out the glowy powders on my face today. I'm actually using this one in the shade Wednesdays. Really beautiful, and I think I might even want to test this out as an eyeshadow, because looking at it up close, it's just so pretty, and I don't think I could really capture here on camera how pretty this shade is. It's got a little bit of like sparkle or like very fine looking glitter particles in here. I mean, obviously it's not glitter because you're not on as a highlighter. It's not like chunky glittery, but there is some nice soft sparkle in here that I'm like, oh, that would be a really beautiful eyeshadow. So anyways, these ones are, I think, are kind of pricey for what I prefer for a highlighter, but they are really big highlighters, and I really like the shades. I think they're really pretty. I really like this pink one, and then this one's a bronzy one, which I know these are not going to be colors that everybody is going to love. They're a little bit more unique, but I said this in my first impressions video. I like that though. I feel like these are colors, this one especially, that are more suited for those with a little bit deeper skin tone or tan to deep skin tone, and I like that because I feel like those with darker skin tones kind of get forgotten in when it comes to like highlights and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that they have these highlighters that are a little bit better for tan to deeper skin tones. I think they're really beautiful. I love Pixi Beauty highlighters. Like I said, among Pixi products, my favorites are the Liquid Fairy Lights, the Matte Last Liquid Lipsticks, and then also would be their highlighters. I think they're some of the best in the drugstore. So really love these. And then lastly, I believe, of everything that I tried, because there were 2 other products that I got but I didn't try. I'm keeping new in the package. I'm going to be doing giveaways with them. But the last thing is the That's Heart eyeshadow palette, and while I think this is a lovely little palette and I really dig the shades, these are shades that are totally right up my alley. I love those warm tones. I love the red tones. So beautiful. But I'm not a fan of Pixi Beauty eyeshadows. I think that they are very lackluster, and they're just not the quality I would expect and want for the price of these. I find that their eyeshadow palettes are way more expensive than they should be. In my opinion, I feel like these palettes should be $12. I think they're $24. And I really just don't like that price for the way these shadows perform, the quality of them, as well as the packaging. The packaging is this plastic, cheap, nothing thrilling, nothing exciting, or nothing great about it. And while this packaging works fine for the other products, and I think there's nothing wrong with it, for the other products, I just feel like for the palette, like I just am like, $24 for this, I'm not having it. You know what I mean? I talked about in my first impressions video how for $20 and in some places $15, you can get the Milani eyeshadow palettes. You're getting 12 shadows. The pigmentation is fabulous. I mean, you could fool me and tell me it's high-end, and I believe you. The packaging of that is really luxe and beautiful as well, and it's cheaper than this. And so I just can't even want to recommend this even for a beginner, even for like if you wanted to buy makeup for a teenager or something like that. They're just too expensive. If these were $12, I would say yes. I think they'd be great for a beginner, for a teenager, someone starting out in makeup. But at this price, I personally would not recommend. I don't care for them unless you're the type of person who really likes very light wash eyeshadows and metallics that don't really show up. I mean, I don't know, like I had to use a setting spray with these metallic shades to get them to show up, and while I do that with a lot of my eyeshadows, these ones, like I had to do that, like, you know what I mean, like, and I don't know, I just sometimes, I don't know. I don't want to go off and be mean. It's just that these did not perform. They weren't the quality that I would have wanted them to be for that price tag, and that opinion has not changed. I would not recommend this. Just not a fan of Pixi Beauty eyeshadow. So anyways, that is that. That's everything that I had tested out in the month of November and my updated thoughts on them. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, informative, and fun. But anyways, with all that being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on these products if you have tried them. If you have any questions about the products that maybe I forgot to mention and left out, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to answer them in the comment section below, and we could continue this conversation. But anyways, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes. Yeah, I don't know. That's your faith, and if need be, in the If you are new here, are already next up is the face wash. Now this face wash, after the give you all a blend of peptides, and we can